Hey, everybody. Episode 89 of the Video Rot. Today is very special because we're going to do a tier list. We're returning to the fold of ranking stuff pointlessly. And what we're going to be doing is a ranking of SFX, special effects in movies. Mostly, it's a lot of horror in here, but we tried to mix it up. So there's a lot of stuff in here. There's definitely so much room to do more of these and cover more films later on. But a little bit different format because it's going to be kind of beefy with the tier list. We're going to jump right into our segments. Todd has them this week. We're going to do them back to back. He's going to challenge my cranium with Name That Kino, and then we're going to do Choose Your Destiny, and then we're going to get into the tier list. So, Todd, hit us.
All right. Well, I'm pulling this up. Do you want to shout out to anybody in the chat real quick?
I was already ahead of you.
Okay.
So I got it. Hey, yeah. So what's up? We got Silhouette. We got Will. I want to remind everybody we stream every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Time, give or take. And otherwise, the episode goes up the following Monday. What's up, Dr. Giggles? Oh, yeah. Ishmael, what's going on, man? A ranking of sex. Yes, you are dyslexic. SEX, a ranking of SEX. I guess we could have did that, like ranking the positions. Doggy, S tier. No.
Maybe in a few months we'll do the sex tier ranking.
That's funny. No, how you guys doing tonight, man? Thank you guys for joining us. Yeah, Dr. Giggles, let's get Seki. Silhouette, that's actually pretty interesting. A ranking of smells.
That is a good one.
That's actually not bad. I mean, you're probably playing off of sex, but you just having like any smell, like random, we can just mix it with some of the worst and best smells there is. Like
I have my favorite smell of the world, but we'll get into that later.
Dude, sewage tank leak. When you smell a sewage tank somewhere, oh, that stinks. That's kind of like a faint, dull stink. Obviously, dirty ass is pretty fucking bad.
Aaron's egg farts. I mean,
S tier, dude.
Boiled egg, dude.
S tier is a stinky. S for stinky, dude. F for foul. They're all bad, dude.
Just boiled chicken and boiled eggs, dude. Ugh, I came over to my place and made all that shit. Stunk up the place.
Yeah. You're gonna what? Gamer guy, you're gonna make me come or I'm gonna kick your butt. All right. So are you ready?
Yeah. Let me share this right quick. All right.
Those Ghostface masks do have a certain smell, that rubber. All right, sorry, go ahead.
And close your chat.
All right, guys, go ahead and guess in the chat. I'm closing all comments.
Name that Kino.
Name that Kino. Omen.
No.
Omen 2, Omen 3, Omen 4, Omen remake, the last time. Okay.
No.
It is kind of why is it? I'm seeing a statue, so it automatically makes me think of like Exorcist type movies. Is it Exorcist 1, 2, 3?
No. It's not Gamer Guy, but that's interesting. That's a good guess.
Prophecy 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, Silhouette. No, it's not.
I'm gonna start just hitting these.
No, Dr. Giggles, but that's an excellent guess. I'm just kidding. No ish. We did that. I think Aaron did that last week.
I might be paying too close attention to that statue.
No, so what?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, it looks like it could be 70s, but his suit kind of also screams 90s. I don't know. Give me the next slide.
All right. Name that Kino.
This one should have been the first one. This is fucking obscure as fuck.
Hey, you did the same shit to me.
Yeah, last week. Yeah, but come on. You should have showed me this first, then people. Is this it's not Fight Club, is it?
No. No, Gamer Guy.
How many slides do I get, by the way?
I'll give you get another one and then maybe another one.
But just remember though, so you can be obscure with these, but it has to be a movie that you think I've seen a lot to justify the movies.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So that's where we're at.
Yeah.
May I request that we go back to the first one again for just 1 second?
Okay.
I think the fire one should have been the first one. That's so zoomed in. Blank Check, dude. No, there's no explosions in Blank
No
Check.
Silhouette. No,
Uh,
no, not that one. No Dr.
uh,
Giggles.
it's not Ghostbusters. Where do I know this damn house? So it's not a Poltergeist movie, right?
No.
Go ahead. Okay, go ahead and go to slide 3. If I get another slide, go to slide 3. Money laundering. Okay. I mean, hey, you sure it's not Blank Check, dude? It's like, all right.
It's not.
Yeah. Money
That's a good
laundering.
guess, Silhouette, but no.
Money laundering. It's not a Lethal Weapon movie. It's not Lethal Weapon 2. I don't think they actually showed any money laundering in Lethal Weapon 2, even though that was like a key plot point.
No, it's not that.
It's not a Beverly Hills Cop movie, right? Beverly Hills Cop 1, 2, 3.
No. That's a good guess, Dr. Giggles, but no. Same with Silhouette. That's a good
I
guess.
lose after the next one.
I'll give you
And
one more.
You've given me 3 brutal ones with like nothing. Okay. Hold on. Seeing Gloves.
I just think the next one you'll get.
Weren't they doing? Wasn't the third one? Wasn't the third Beverly Hills Cop about money laundering, like printing bills or 2?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
that was the third one.
Gosh, it was like one of those.
No Gamer Guy, no Silhouette.
Is this a Stallone movie? Is this like a Cobra? No, it's not. I know it's not Cobra, but Nighthawks.
No. I'll give you one more.
All right.
I'll give you one more.
All right. Has anybody in the chat gotten it?
No.
Okay.
A lot of good guesses, but no. You'll probably get it in this next one.
It's not a racer, is it? Oh, Rush Hour 1.
Yeah.
2. Yeah, Rush Hour. Dang, dude, you know what's so funny? Go back to the first one. The second clip too obscure. Okay, but the first clip, I was so fucking close. This is the fucking, that's the Asian guy. It's the dad. Yep. And if I could have zoomed in, I would have saw that she was Asian too, the maid.
Yep.
Oh, if only I should have asked you to zoom in.
And he got the
statues, man.
Architecture, yeah.
I should have asked you to zoom in, because as soon as I would have saw the maid was also Asian, it would have clicked. Because I was putting it all together. I'm like, somebody's leaving. Someone's getting picked up by a limo, because that's what they do. They're getting picked up by a stretch car, and the girl's going to school, and she's singing Mariah Carey. Damn, I was on the freaking verge of that one. So what was your next one had I not gotten on that? Well,
it was
it was a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. You told me. Did I get it or not? Does that count?
I'll give you a half point.
I got one face.
You've seen this how many times? Quite a few, right?
Probably 3 over the years. I'd say at least 3 times. Yeah, but I get it. But you're dealing with like a generic money laundering shot, which could be, I was in the atmosphere. I'm like naming off these fucking action movies where money laundering is a key plot point, which is a lot of them.
I know.
Explosion, of course.
People are guessing like Bad Boys and stuff like that. And yeah, really close. So it was, yeah.
I wish I would have got it on that first one. That would have been the best move ever. I was on the tip of my damn tongue. That's why I asked you to go back, because once we kind of got into Explosion, I'm like, okay, this is an action movie. This isn't a horror movie. And I'm like, and I wanted to go back to it. I'm like, what is this? But all right, well, let's go round 2 on this. Nobody got it. Let me see people's guesses here. Young Guns? Silhouette. Come on now. A lot of money laundering in Young Guns.
All right. You close your chat?
Yeah, it's closed. I'm gonna pull out my sugar-free Minute Maid.
Okay.
Maybe I should do ASMR where I just chug like half gallons of like Minute
I want to
Maid.
say somebody already guessed this one. I don't know. Name that keynote.
Fontainebleau Hilton. Is this a Beverly Hills Cop movie? 1, 2, 3. Is this Summer Rental, Summer Vacation, John Candy?
No. Dr. Giggles got it.
Great Outdoors.
Gamer Guy got it.
Really? Great Outdoors?
Nope. Very good, guys. That was great. That was fast.
Is this Sleepaway Camp 1, 2, 3?
No.
The Burning?
No.
It totally looks like a summer rental type movie, or like where it's it's giving me like log cabin or beach vibes, like a country club. I see Hilton on the flag there. I see a boat, right? So it tells me, it's a Friday the 13th movie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. uh,
No.
Takes Manhattan. Okay. Well, if Will got it that fast, I wonder if it's a movie he's obsessed with. It's not a
Will
Return of
and Dr. Google's got
It's
it.
not a Return of the
Super
Living
fast.
Dead movie. 1, 2, 3, right? It's not one. It's not 3. Why aren't you saying shit, Todd? Okay.
No, it's not.
It's not.
This is just the first slide. I mean, do you want another one?
But the people. But I'm feeling intimidated because they got it so fast. They must be getting some kind of clue. I'm not. Is it Jaws? 1, 2,
No.
3. No. Okay, give me another slide.
Name that Kino.
That's not the I'd buy that for $1 guy.
No,
it's not. Gosh. Can I ask you? Is this a movie I've seen a lot or no, or just at least once that you know of?
You've seen it, yeah. I mean, I don't know how much you've seen it, but yeah, you've seen it.
How many slides do I get?
Let me look.
Guys, it's different when you're in the hot seat. I just want you guys to know that.
You get one more.
The tech is screaming 80s. Those screens, those monitors, the TV. Give me the third one. If there's no difference, then just give me the third one too, and I can put it all together as one puzzle here.
Name that Kino.
Ugly motherfucker. This isn't Maniac, is it?
No,
it's not. He looks like the fucking cousin of Joe Spinell. Jeez, man. I'm struggling. I'm really struggling. Can I go back to the first one more time? I'm struggling with this. Yeah, I get it. He's ugly, Todd. Why are you so? Yeah. Man, to me, this is like the picture that presents the most clues. Right? There's the most to feast my eyes on here. I've got canoes. I've got Hilton branding. They look like sails of some sort. And this looks like a country club or resort or something. I mean, like, because there's people in bikinis.
Gamer guy says try harder, Aaron.
You try harder to suck these nuts. I don't know. I am just struggling. It's tough, dude. It's really tough in the hot seat. Go ahead. I give up. There's no reason to drag this out. I know I'm going to know it, and I know it's going to kill me. Oh,
Scarface.
Fun fact. I've never watched this all the way through. I've watched it in pieces. I've seen the movie, but I've seen it in pieces, if that makes sense. Because my mom was obsessed with Al Pacino. So I think I've told this story before. Pretty much every weekend, she would basically have Al Pacino marathons where she would watch Godfather 1, 2, and Scarface all the time. And they were on constantly. So, like, as an amalgamation, I've seen this whole movie in bits and pieces. Like, I know everything that happens in this movie. I know the fucking story. But I've never actually sat down and watched it. Never once in my life. So this one's kind of a weird one. Maybe I would have stumbled on it if I kept, because, Miami and looked like some kind of resort. It's possible I could have eventually guessed it.
Resort, you got the television where he's sitting there. He's doing
coke. Doing the coke.
And then what's his face?
Yeah, that one's kind of iffy. I've kind of half seen this one, if that makes sense, but whatever.
They're saying get on that, Aaron. You should watch it. You should, man. It's a good movie.
It's hard for me to go back and watch it because it's like I've seen it, kind of. I've seen it.
Scarface has its own unique look to it, I think.
Yeah, so it totally looks like, especially this. This totally looks like Scarface now. But, I was trying a little too hard on that one because.
That's all right.
Yeah, you should have gave me some Michelle Pfeiffer.
No.
Too much. That would have been that would have been a little bit much. But I'd say that was a little hard for my history with the movie, but you didn't know. That's all right. Let's go ahead and do the third one. I'm gonna look like a fucking idiot on that clip when I post that. Like, this guy didn't get Scarface. God.
All right, this one you're gonna get easily, man. This is gonna be.
I just think I should have gotten maybe another side character and not like if he would have known my history with it. Give me another side character. That's.
Hold on.
Ishmael, does Aaron pee in his empty bottles off camera like Rock? No, I got a couple of brothers that do that, and it's ended badly.
I just need to make sure that this isn't okay.
This is embarrassing.
Hold on, I gotta put these in different order because you'll get this one, but by the. Okay.
Ooh, Todd, I have to tell you, naughty. I don't have Scarface listed on my app. How do you assume I seen it? You just assumed. He did it again.
Who hasn't seen Scarface?
See, that's what you know what they say about people that assume. They make an ass of Todd. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just saying you assumed again.
Everybody in the chat has seen Scarface.
They're not playing the game. They're not playing the game. You just assumed. And I'm just saying, I feel like that one might be a scrub. Unless you can, that was a scrub. Never assume.
Hey, we're not deleting it from the YouTube. So yeah.
Well, I'm throwing this clip in here.
Yeah.
I'm throwing this clip in here that you never fucking see. I actually fucking really hate that. I really hate that. But go ahead. What? I really hate that. No, it's here. Look, it's on record in this clip that Todd doesn't do his fucking due diligence, and he railroads.
I thought you've seen it. I mean, we mentioned it on here.
He thinks a lot. That's what I'm saying.
Numerous times we've talked about Scarface. I don't understand how you
have we. Have we ever talked about Scarface?
Yeah, I've heard that. Your mom used to watch it all the time.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily translate to me. Like I said, I've seen it in pieces, in passing, and I'm like, oh god, it's more boomer movies. I got so burnt out. I've never sat and watched Godfather 1 through 3 myself, but I know every damn plot point in those movies because I've just seen them all in passing for years, but I've never, so I might miss certain nuances in them, but anyway.
All right. Well, you'll try this one. Okay. Name that Kino.
I just got to remember, I got to always keep in mind that Todd plays dirty. I gotta keep, okay. So we have, what appears to be an outline of the Earth from space. Is this Event Horizon?
No.
It could be like totally misleading. It's not. It's like a marble or something. It just looks like Earth.
A good guess silhouette, but no.
Alien 1, 2, 3, 4.
No.
This one's gonna be tough just off this because I'm assuming if it's a planet. Yeah, I see stars back there. Okay, there are specks, so that confirms it's a planet of some sort or some kind of rock in the space. Is it?
No gamer.
This isn't Space Cowboys, is it?
No.
Okay. Apollo 13.
No.
All right, it's got to go off all these space movies.
You want another one?
Is it Man on the Moon or Moon with Sam Rockwell? I love Moon, by the way.
No gamer guy, and yeah, on both of those.
All right, so go ahead and give me the next one. This one's just going to be too long of a rattle off guessing game. All right, hold on. Let me inspect this. Is this Bloodline? Hellraiser Bloodline?
No.
Okay. All right.
Silhouette. You were almost there. Silhouette.
Pyramids. Lots of pyramids in those pictures.
Gamer guy got it.
Some kind of tech. There's an HP logo, so it's not that old. So I'm gonna imagine maybe 90s at earliest. Hewlett Packard or whatever. That's why I kind of thought Bloodline wasn't a terrible guess, because there's technically in space, searching for the box. But that's okay. Event Horizon, but it's not Event Horizon. How many guesses do I get on this one?
You get one more.
Okay. This
before the obvious ones. I have two obvious ones.
All right, this one's interesting. I'm gonna try and get it on this one because I'm seeing. I guess they're not all the pyramids, but they kind of look like it. I see the pyramids of Giza in one photo there. I see what looks like maybe the Mayan pyramid. Those other structures, they're kind of pyramid shaped, but they're not necessarily in Egypt or Mexico. So maybe that's the theme they're looking for. Is it the Mummy? 1, 2, 3?
No.
But space, though. The space could be throwing us off because it could be a total B-roll shot where it's like a satellite from space and it has nothing to do with space.
I don't know. Gamer Guy got it.
Interesting. What is that stupid? I mean, the image in the center there has to be like the top of a pyramid. I see like a staircase. They're inspecting. Is it Independence Day?
No.
It's not Independence Day, huh?
No.
It's not Mars Attacks.
No.
Stargate?
No.
Oh, Stargate's a damn good guess. You better.
That was a good guess.
That's a great guess. I'm putting together everything. It all fits Stargate. Space, pyramids, the tech, the era, the 90s, because it's got to be at least 90s. Give me another one. I don't want to burn everybody's time here. I feel like I could eventually land on it if I waste enough time. And this isn't a mummy movie?
No.
God, I feel like it's not Stargate. This looks like Stargate, dude. This looks like freaking Stargate. This is the one that's obvious? The fucking hand in sand?
No, Dr. Giggles.
Hold on.
Gamer Guy already got it.
Hold on. This is the one that's obvious? Hand in sand? This is what's obvious. Hand in sand.
I gotta try to throw you off, man. I mean,
but you said this one was a little easier, and there's like, this is my last chance, and you said this one was gonna be more obvious. And
the next one is easy, where you see people in the movie.
But this is my last shot.
Yeah.
You said, but before you said the next two were more obvious, insinuating that I was gonna actually go somewhere by saying go to slide 3.
It's okay,
but
if you don't get it.
This is fucking worse.
I had
more breadcrumbs on the last one. Like, this is a hand in sand. Is Passion of the Christ from space with the Hewlett Packard?
Saying you never studied, did you, Aaron?
Is it Judge Dredd?
No.
This is you never studied. This
is a throw you off one. So keep.
Yeah, I could tell it is Leprechaun in space.
I thought by now you would have it.
Yeah, dude, this fucking game is rigged. This is rigged. What? Go ahead, just fucking give it away. So stupid, so fucking dumb.
All right.
This is the one that gives it away?
Yes.
This is what gives it away?
Yes.
Who the fuck is this?
Okay.
Yeah, for fuck's sake, Todd. This gives it away.
Okay, well then tell me what it is.
Looks like fucking Maria from Sesame Street. This is the one that gives it away and we're done. This is it. This is the last slide?
No, I have one more slide.
Oh, I was like, then we're
second to the easiest one.
Oh, so I still have this one.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is the big reveal.
No, this isn't the big reveal.
What is this fucking Vertical Limit starring Chris O'Donnell? I don't know who this bitch is. Guys, I'll guess.
I thought you would have it.
Give me a second. How many times have I seen this movie? I'm very curious.
I don't know. I mean,
you probably don't. I've probably never seen this movie in my life. Of course, you don't know. Okay, so Ice. We saw. Is this AVP? God dang.
Yep.
Saw this shitty fucking movie once. But I guess I finally put it together because I'm like, space, pyramids, and ice. Because they went to the tundra.
Yep.
God dang it, dude. That was fucking brutal. That was fucking hard. For the movie that this is, that was fucking hard.
Oh, you should know this. This is your favorite franchise.
Yeah, I should know that. I should know the face hugger, Todd. Of course I know that.
Well, yeah. Now I'm just saying you should know the franchise.
Yeah, man. I'd recognize your grandma anywhere, Todd. Yeah, I know the face
Hey,
hugger.
I would know all the the dead movies. So
Because you've seen him a million fucking times. Alien
even the
versus
shitty
Predator.
ones. Even the shitty ones.
AVP. No, okay. You didn't get fucking Diary of the or Survival of the Dead.
I thought I did, didn't I?
I don't think you fucking did at all.
I think I did.
I'm just saying, I watched this movie one time. It fucking sucks. You did throw me off with that. I mean, technically, it wasn't terrible because between the first three, you gave me enough to go off of to just make an educated guess is what it was, and I still get it because I'm not out. This was, you said Will got this?
Yeah.
Off the earth?
Well, you got this off the second slide. Nobody got off the earth. You got off of this. You knew it was AVP.
Okay, fair enough. And yeah, pyramids. I feel like I could have, if I kept wasting your time and I kept riffing on movies, I would have eventually gotten it. When's the last time you watched this movie? Can I ask? Oh, I guess I can look at the comments.
You said you watched it all the time on FX.
All right. Well, that's, you would have had to have.
Will got 2 out of 3 this time. Dr. Giggles got 1 out of 3. Yeah, so.
Yeah. Guys. All right. No, like I said, it's fair enough because, yeah, space, pyramids, technology, the era. So early 2000s, I was close. It was at least 90s, if not earlier 2000s. The sand in the hand is bullshit, Todd. I got to say that one's bullshit.
Should have this been
the first one? This should have been like the fucking first one.
I thought the space was the first one. Well,
it's almost as obscure. Yeah, this could be any space movie. So that's broad. This is kind of yeah. This just kind of tells me, all right, this is the genre.
It's a space movie, a science fiction movie.
Yeah, I'd say this is just as hard though because with this one, all you did was which is fine. You gave me puzzle pieces,
and then the pyramids. And then the sand.
This is the one that the pyramids was the best one, like the one that gives me the most to work off of. I'd say the pyramids is even more than but like I said, the hand of the sand is an equal puzzle piece to the globe. I'm like, okay, we're dealing.
But what's wrong with the pyramids in the sand?
Because it's just telling me more. It's like, okay, great, we're in the fucking desert again. Because you already told me this. I get it. They're in pyramids.
Space. We're in the space, and then we're in the desert.
I know, but.
And then we're on the ice.
Yeah, great. So go back to the hand. The hand adds nothing because you already told me this in the previous slide. The ice, great. The pyramids, great. Space, great. A hand in fucking dirt just tells me that's, because I was already on the track with the first two. Because think about it. I'm guessing all these movies that involve the two. I'm saying Stargate. Eventually maybe I would have got to AVP, right? Because I was starting to run out. But, talking about these movies, and I'm like, okay, we're just back in the pyramid again. I think the natural one would have been the ice one. Because then, that throws it all together because they went to the tundra. But whatever. It is what it is.
It's all right, Aaron. Yeah, I mean, you got maybe half. But that's okay. Not a problem.
I'm gonna fuck your ass next week, Todd. I'm gonna fuck your ass with no mercy.
What are you talking about? You did me dirty last week. Don't even start.
Didn't. I always pick movies you've seen first of all, and you did that to me again.
You've seen this movie.
I have. Not the last one, real. That last one was a bit dirty because you just assumed. You assumed.
Yeah, well, yeah. Who hasn't seen Scarface?
I'm going to fuck your ass raw, Todd, next week. It's going down. It's gonna happen, and this is the game we're gonna play. We're not going to make it fun anymore. It's going to be nothing but an exercise in fucking just brutality. And I can't wait. All right. So.
Well, before you get in the tier list, I got to take a piss break.
All right. Go ahead and take a piss break. I'll catch up on these comments. Try and make it. Jeez, guys. I'm just giving him shit. But Aaron's going to do a deliverance on Todd. Won't be the first time, my friend. This relationship. The dominance has been established long since. Dude, we've been friends for like 25 years, man. You don't think I haven't put that fucking guy in his place? Of course I have. Come on, man. I'm the king around here. No. He just assumes, man. It drives me crazy. I out of 3 is shit. What? What does this even mean? Silhouette. Oh, 1 out of 3 is shit. Okay. I was reading that in his like brain damaged voice, the way he was. Well, I think he had a stroke. Um, but yeah, I only watched AVP one time. I remember there was a bit of hype behind it, obviously, because the fandom had building up Alien vs Predator because I think the movie came out in 2004. The AVP fandom was running rampant for almost 15 years. Started, I believe, with the Dark Horse comics. And then Predator 2 just fueled that because I'm pretty sure the comics came first. Then it was Predator 2 that kind of fed into that, why with including the skulls and the ship and stuff like that. Then we had the arcade games and stuff like that based off those Dark Horse comics. Fantastic. And then so by the time they finally got a movie into production and it came out in '04, I mean, it looked great. The aliens looked like aliens. The Predator looked like Predator. On paper, the sets look cool. Like, oh, the tundra, the pyramid. This is nuts. We're on Earth. What is this? They even have like Weyland-Yutani. They got fucking what's his face in it as well, Lance Henriksen. It's just the movie sucks. And then it's PG-13, and then you have like the Predator teaming up with that one woman, and they're like BFFs, and they got to take on the alien. And I don't know. It's just you don't have a movie like that and you tone down the violence. It's just stupid. I feel like there should have been a good movie there because it's got so much going for it. They just dropped the ball. I wonder if there's a better movie on the editing room floor by chance. Very interested. But yeah, Requiem is crap. Anyway.
Oh, Requiem for a Dream, yeah.
No, AVP Requiem.
Oh, okay.
Requiem for a Dream sucks.
It's fine. It has no rewatch value. I can't watch it again.
It's a depressing porn. I don't like it. That's right, Ishmael. In the Tarantino voice. I'm shutting your butt down, Jan. Remember that, Jan? I'm shutting your butt down.
Hey! I just saw something come up saying that the Doug vinyl's coming out. The Songs of Bluffington.
No, so there you go. That's not the first time that's been out. That's a repress, okay. And it's not even original music. It's covers.
Oh,
which they're not bad. You can listen to it on Spotify. They're good, but it's redone, so it loses all novelty. Now, what is coming out that I do want is the Ren and Stimpy re-release of a Ren and Stimpy record that came out in the '90s. That is happy, and it's really by Billy West. It's Happy Happy Joy Joy and all that stuff. That one I will be getting, and it releases Friday. Doug is an easy pass. If Doug was legit, if it was like the real stuff, I would get it. Even though there's really only so much music in Doug, Banging on a Trash Can, I Need More Allowance, Killer Tofu. There's only a handful of tracks. It wouldn't be that much of a record. But anyway, I'm ahead of you.
They saw you coming a mile away.
No, they didn't, because I just told you I'm not fucking buying it, Todd. But Ren and Stimpy, I am. What if they had another Nicktoon one out too? That's I can't remember if it was like no, that wasn't Rocco. I can't quite remember, but no, Ren and Stimpy. I love that though. As long as it's the legit stuff. Doug's fart music belongs in the toilet it spawned from. Yeah,
are we gonna do 4Ks afterwards? Talk about that, or are we gonna?
Oh, I forgot about it. Oh, I forgot. Knock it. Yeah, sorry. Let's knock that out real quick. Todd has a 4K review. He is going to talk about the one and only Death Wish on 4K. Yeah. So Todd, take it away. Death Wish 4K review.
Death Wish 4K came out from Kino. I want to say like January.
Oh, was it January?
Yeah, it was
last
pretty
January.
Recent.
Was it?
I think it might have been this January. Pretty recent. 4K. Originally came out from the studio, but then Kino put it out. They put out the first one. They put out the third one and fourth one.
No, they put out 1, 2, and 4.
4, 5.
Right? Oh,
4, 5.
Oh yeah, 1, 4, 5, and then Vinegar.
1, 4, 5. Yeah.
Vinegar was 2.
Vinegar was 2.
3 was
Ronin flicked, or I think was 3.
Yeah, it annoys me because I have all of them too, and they're all different. It's all different companies that put them out, and I now organize by studio and release, and it's out of order. I just have like Death Wish all over the place, unfortunately.
This release, I mean, I love the original cover art. It's great. It's average release. I want to say, I mean, for the 4K quality of this looks fantastic. If you're a Death Wish fan, you have 4K. This looks amazing. It looks great in 4K. No complaints. Kino does a great job. They never really do a great job in special features. I mean, this has an audio commentary from a fan made type of thing. Interview with John Hertzfield, which is the guy that was on the train with Paul Kersey. And then it also has theatrical trailers. So it has theatrical trailers for pretty much all of Bronson's films in there. That's all the special features it has, which sucks. I mean, this thing needs like, I wish Arrow would have got a hold of this where they can actually go in and come out with a bunch of special features, put a box set out or something, get 1 through 5 in there. But if you haven't seen any of the Death Wish movies, one is probably my favorite. I mean, a lot of people like 3 the best. Okay, some people like 2. I like all of them, but 1 has always been my favorite, and 1 looks fantastic. It's a great release. So I recommend picking it up on sale. I mean, because Kino does the sales all the time. So
how would you compare it to? Because it had to have been on Blu-ray before. Who put it on Blu-ray?
the studio did. So who is this owned by? Paramount. Paramount put this out.
Did they start? Did
release.
they go straight canon from 2 on or 3 on? Because eventually they became canon, right?
Yeah.
They changed studios.
Yeah, I think the second one they had to have.
I know the third one was total.
Yeah.
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 So how would you compare it to if somebody had the Blu-ray release lying around? Is it worth the upgrade since there's no special features? And did you do any A and B testing? But was there any special features on the old Blu-ray?
Not really. I mean, it was just an old Paramount title, just an old Paramount Blu-ray. And from what it looked like before to now, I mean, the old Blu-ray looked great too. So it's all preference. If you want to upgrade to 4K, if you're into the actual image quality and you want to look the best for, and you don't already own it, I would recommend if you don't already own it, get this because it has the Blu-ray and the 4K on there.
And Kino doesn't do Dolby, not yet, right? Or they? I don't think they do.
Dolby Vision.
Is it Dolby?
Dolby Vision Master, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know what the audio. I'll have to. Yeah, I don't see. Dolby Vision is it. I don't see about the audio.
What is the deal? Are we just like the special features you listed off? That's like Wave 1 DVDs, where the special feature was Chapter Select, where it was a new thing, and maybe like the trailers. And then literally, remember when DVDs first came out, the first wave, the snap cases, they were literally the filmography of like an actor. Like that's a special feature that, this is pre IMDb. Like, oh, look at this. I can just research it right here. And I feel, have we taken a back seat to special features? Is it budgetary? Is it just because nobody's buying this shit? And it's like, why waste the money on like doing all this R&D and getting all these people to do interviews? And you know what I mean? Because even Shout was the king of it. Like they were really putting out a lot of work into their Blu-rays with these special features. And now the 4Ks come out and they just port them over from the old releases. They're not adding anything new.
It's Kino. I mean, Kino buys up all these titles from studios. And I actually give Kino a pass because I mean they run really good sales on 4K. So you usually can buy like 4Ks for like $15-$16. It's like that's not bad for
But like I mean, yeah, I guess they know their margins, I guess.
Yeah.
But they're buying up so much shit and they're releasing bare bones shit to where I guess maybe they feel like they can give it away half the year for half the price. I don't know. I don't know if it's a good thing or not. I guess it just depends. I used to care about special features a lot more. I think they're just numbing me to not care about them anymore. Right? Because I used to love it.
I still like it, man.
I still love them too. But back in the days of DVD and even Blu-ray.
That was prior internet. That was before internet.
They were so cool. And I'd watch the commentaries. I'd do all the stuff. And I'd really dig deep because I'm still a kid that came from the VHS era, and now I feel like they've just conditioned us to not give a shit about them because it's like we're not getting them, and it's unfortunate because it peaked in DVD and it was still peaking in Blu-ray at some points, And you're right. So what is it? Silhouette or who said it? Somebody said it in the chat. But yeah, DVDs had the interactive menus, and they abandoned that at some point during Blu-ray.
Yeah, I love
And
the interactive menus, man. That was
I
great.
I don't know, and they have interactive menus that would just be taken straight from the film. But then they had people that they filmed new interactive, or maybe it wasn't newly filmed, but it was some kind of B-roll, or they filmed special shit just for the DVD. I always think about the Harold and Kumar one, the interactive menu.
Uh,
That was
I think House of Thousand Corpses is the best one. I mean, with Sid Haig.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's like talking to you and stuff.
Oh shit, the bed. Yeah, yeah.
That stuff is so fun, and it harkens back to the days of uh FMV games, like on the Sega CD and shit like that, where you'd have to make a selection and they'd talk to you. I don't know. It's so cool. It's very interactive, and I miss the interaction there.
That's why I still have some of those DVDs too, because of that. Just the
Yeah.
menus.
It's a bummer though, man. I hope there's got. I mean, I get who's the dark horse that's still kind of championing that. Is it kind of Arrow, or are they kind of doing the shout where they're just kind of porting over their old shit?
Arrow's still the king, man. I mean, I think they come out with some decent shit, some decent special features. So I would say them.
To wrap this up, I have to say, I'm glad they're doing my boy Trick or Treat right, Sammy Kerr right, and we're gonna get a release there. And apparently, it's gonna have a ton of features, which is great. It's due because it's never had any features. Like they can't dog us on that one because we've never had a good release with that had features. And it's a movie that has so much stuff I'm sure is lost to time. I would love some interviews, commentaries. I would love some BTS stuff, right? It's just, that movie as now kind of like Killer Clowns. It's kind of developed a life in the last decade that never existed before. And so there's an interest. So I'm looking forward to that. And when that does drop, they didn't give us a date, did they?
They said before Halloween. So
if we have to we're going to do something dedicated to that. We have to.
Yeah. I
feel like we got to do a Trick or Treat episode. We got to talk about that 4K. We got to we got to do something because I love that movie and it's about dang time. But all right. Okay. So we are going to jump into our tier list, guys. What the hell is wrong with my mouse? The hell is wrong with my mouse, everybody? I got this wireless mouse, dude. And as much as I love it, it fucks with me. Did my mouse just die? Did my mouse die?
What mouse did you get? Oh, is that the MX Master, dude?
Yeah, it's the MX Master 3S.
It's the best mouse you can get.
It is great, but it fucking died, guys.
Did you change
No, it didn't.
your?
It's back. It's back.
You changed your? Okay, Bluetooth.
No, it just went out. No, you know what? I don't know what it is, but like there's some judder on this, and I'm on a flat surface. And I'm
really?
like,
That's weird.
Sometimes I get judder, man, and I don't know why. Like right now,
return it. You can return to. Do you get Best Buy?
No, I think I got it on Amazon.
Yeah, you can get.
Well, no, like it's great. Like right now, it's acting great. But sometimes when I'm working, like it'll have like a little bit of judder, and it's just like, what the fuck? It's
expensive, but I'll never go back, man. I use it for everything.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, guys. So let me go ahead and pull this up. Technology almost derailed the show, and I wasn't about to let it. All right. So you guys know the drill. We picked 20 films. You know, I feel like 20 is a perfect number. I think we're going to keep the actual ranking fairly simple. That allows us 4 choices per letter grade, and we are going to dictate who picks what based on our wheel of destiny here. Oh, we never did choose your destiny, so we got to do it after this.
We'll do it after, yeah.
Jeez. All right, so let me all right, you guys can see the wheel. All right, Todd, you might have to man the comments. Hold on, let me see if I can get that going because I got a giant ass monitor now. I should be able to do all of it. They really should do a pop out menu in this. Hold on, guys. Okay. All right. I think we're fucking rosy now. All right. So I'm gonna start, guys. I'm gonna spin the wheel,
All right,
and
it's on you.
obviously where I put it, it removes it from wherever Todd was gonna put it. So I'm gonna get the Blob.
Oh, okay.
So now where I put the Blob is where it goes. No ifs, ands, or buts. And I had to do some thinking on how to rank these guys because there's a lot of good stuff on here. Some stuff had to be sacrificial lambs and all
Yep.
this, but
Yep.
that's just the way it goes. So for me, like the Blob's a great example, guys, where it's a fantastic movie and there's nothing but great things to say about it. But considering where we're at in the company, it's a B for me. And let me tell you how I'm rating these. Obviously, it's just how good it looks. It's how good it holds up. And I think you should kind of factor in how much you like the film and how much it contributed to your like for the film in particular. But, I can't ignore the aging aspect too on some of these. So, but yeah, the Blob is fantastic. It looks great. It's just got some stiff competition. Where did you end up putting it? I'm curious.
Same. B.
Really?
Yeah, stiff competition, man. It's good. It's a great movie, but
All right. So we're doing all right there.
yeah.
Okay. So Todd, it's time for your role. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. Of course. Of course. Dawn of the Dead. So interesting. Where did you put Dawn?
So, Dawn of the Dead, my favorite movie of all time. It's fantastic. Not a bad thing I could say about this movie. Special effects wise, they're awesome, but they're not where a lot of these films are special effects wise. And it would be at a C tier for me.
Really?
So I put it at
Okay.
a C tier. Yeah.
Let's see here. C tier. Okay. Okay. Hold on.
And I love this movie more than anything, but I mean, this isn't peak Romero, peak Savini. Um, it might be different when it comes to peak Savini, but yeah, I couldn't put it there, man. So it had to go to C tier for me.
All right. C tier. Let me see. I just lost my fucking. Hold on, guys. Why is my notepad not coming up with my fucking rankings? It just disappeared.
I don't know. We're looking at your notepad, not the
You looking at my notepad right now?
not tier list.
What are you looking at?
Just a white screen, dude. Just a blank white screen.
What the fuck? Hold on, guys. Fucking cocksuckers. Okay, so
Okay,
you're not seeing anything now.
No.
Dude, hold on. Let me close my notepad. Fucking stupid, guys. Sorry.
Silhouette agrees. He says some effects were rubbery on the Blob, but it's so good. No, I agree. C. He agrees, I think, with Dawn of the Dead with the C.
No. So for me, I put Dawn of the Dead as a C as well. And if it's any consolation, I did put it at the very top of my C.
Okay.
Like I put it ahead, like at least the highest possible. Let me go ahead and pull this back up.
Gamer Guy Smurf Zombies, yeah.
Yeah, there's a certain charm to him, man.
I like it, man. It's comic book zombies.
It's like I love the movie, and it also ticks the box on how much the way it looks aesthetically contributes to my love for the movie
and the characters. Yeah,
absolutely. The only thing that I'm having the docket for in the presence of all this greatness is the way it's aged. But I love it. It's just like I'm just trying to understand that. Like, I
didn't have the budget. I mean, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if we were going off just like how much I like the effects, it would be way higher. So it's just one of those things. But all right, so what do I got? Round and round she goes.
Did she freeze?
No.
Oh, there she is.
All right. See, now, guy, I think the list that we initially had, it's obviously easy to spout off all these movies that are great because that's the first thing you think about when you think of like, oh, movies that are known for their effects, and they're usually great, good movies. But we had to mix it up, and we had to put some controversial stuff in there. And so obviously Troll 2, and this movie fucking sucks. I get it, it's fun, it's whimsical, but we're not judging it based off that. You can't have a movie where you fucking tie two pillow cushions from a couch to a midget front and back and throw them down a flight of stairs and expect it to be anything higher than an F. Because that's what they
Yeah.
did. They literally put
Yeah.
like couch fucking cushions. And
It's not great. It's a fun movie, but I like the movie, but it's not great effects wise.
yeah. So anyway, so where did you put it? Is it kind of obvious?
F. Yeah.
Because you had to.
Yeah.
All right. So we're moving right along. Is there any defenders there of Troll 2? Anybody defending it? Piss on my face, I'll allow it. All right. Let's go ahead and let's see where Todd lands. Okay, that's an interesting one. Where does Total Recall land for you?
So, Total Recall, probably my favorite sci-fi movie ever made.
Uh-huh.
Rob Bottin did the effects, and he's fantastic. He's probably, I would consider him my favorite special effects artist as I got older. I love Savini.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. I actually put it at S tier, man.
Oh,
I
really?
I think Total Recall is one of my favorite special effects when it comes to the mutants, when it comes to the effects, when it comes to Arnold, outside Mars, everything about this movie.
Yeah.
It has the Bottin look, and the fact that he's probably the best special effects. I would consider this an S tier. I wouldn't consider it the best, but I would consider it S tier for me.
I don't disagree with you. However, I am regretting where I placed it but I still, in the presence of so many other films, I was thinking about it. Yeah, I love the movie. It's the greatest. It's probably one of the greatest sci-fi movies ever, and I think the effects contribute to that. The eyes bulging out, the tongue, and all that stuff. You got Benny's arm. You got the three
mutants,
tits.
the aliens.
Everything about it is fantastic. But I don't know. I'm like, man, there is a little bit of ageness in a couple of things, but Kuato, I don't know. It was just so hard. It was, and I'm also thinking about impact. Sorry, I'm also grading on like impact, and I don't know. I regret putting it on B because I think it's at least an A, but I actually threw it on B. But yeah, it's an S. I'm not gonna fight this because like I said, it's a personal favorite of mine. But
yeah, and I'm not saying it's the best S, but I think it's a low S for me. It's fantastic.
Silhouette agrees. Silhouette said it was a B. I mean, I'm regretting a B, but like I said, we'll get to why I put stuff where I did.
I'm glad I got this because this is one I thought would surprise people.
Okay, Reanimator. Okay. Let's see here. So for me, I love Reanimator. I think it's in the top 20 somewhere of horror films, which is great. The top 20 is great. There's so many good horror films. Obviously some iconic stuff in here, but since we're in such stiff competition, it's a C.
Okay.
Right? That's just kind of where I sit with it. I think the movie's great. I think, like I said, it does have its place in icon status. I do think there's influence there. But I don't think the stuff that's in it's good. I just don't think there's a lot of it. It's not like Total Recall where there's just like something every second for, and if somebody could pick apart anything in Total Recall, you kind of have to like grade on a curve. It's like there's so many fucking effects in Total Recall. You can almost forgive Arnold's face looking waxy and weird here because there's so much. So whereas I think, a movie like Reanimator, it's playing with much smaller stuff, but it looks great. That's where I put it. Where did you put it?
I put it a low B, but no, I think you're right about C. I think you talked me into it. I think you're absolutely right. So
Yeah, I'm trying to grade on
that's a
a
good
curve here.
spot.
It's like your pick here. This was so much more ambitious.
Yeah.
You could, if somebody looks at like this scene where the head's coming off, it's like, look at those dated, like the heads coming off. For the time, it looked great, but also it's like, yeah, but even if that is showing its wear today, dude, literally every scene there is something incredible to look at in this
The
movie.
eyeballs popping out when
It's
you're
it's way
outside of
more
Mars
it's way
is
more
ridiculous.
ambitious.
Yeah.
Whereas like, okay, cool, they did a head giving oral sex in this,
Yeah.
and a body walking around a cadaver. Great, it all looks really cool, but not
I
as
think you're spot
ambitious.
on. Yeah.
So I'm grading for that. So Todd is next. We're kind of busting through these. I'm kind of liking the pace here. Damn, man, he's getting all these ones that I want to get. All right, American Werewolf in London.
So American Werewolf in London's great. I love American Werewolf in London. The transformation scene's fantastic. A lot of people would put this at S tier, but I would put it at A tier. I think
I
there's too much competition when it comes to
I put it on A
this.
tier as well.
And
Say,
this is
say,
some people think this is the best when it comes to horror special effects, but I mean, we're not just doing horror. We're doing sci-fi and we're doing some action type of thing. So I would put this at A tier, high A tier, but it's borderline for me. But
no, I agree. Rick Baker's stuff in this and Howling, I mean, they're just so iconic. I think the movie's it ticks technically all the boxes for me. I think the movie's incredible. I've been on record as saying I think the werewolf genre as a whole is lacking overall, and there's really just a few tentpole movies. And this is king of the hill for
yeah,
me. And the movie's fantastic. It walks this beautiful line between black comedy and horror. It's just great. It's really a perfect script. And dude, look at Griffin Dunn's face. I know you guys can't really see it on that thumbnail, but that particular scene, his effects, dude, on the mangled friend Griffin Dunn, there's when you keep seeing the visions of him and whatnot, they're so great. They're so
hmm
good. I don't
no, it's
I don't
fantastic.
think I don't think it gets much better than that, personally. I don't think, as far as like this fleshed out, ripped up cadaver, dude. I get it. Romero does it, and everybody, all these other guys. There's all kinds of great movies. I don't think it gets much better at this type of gore than this. And obviously, Rick Baker's the king of werewolves. The werewolf transformation is fucking top tier. It's so amazing. Everything about it's great. I gave it an A2 simply because of the stiff ass competition. Because
Dr. Giggles losing his shit. Hey, it's overall movie. We're not just talking about one scene there, Dr. Giggles.
I'm out, it's great. Ain't no Total Recall beats out. Hey, that was Todd's the one that put Total
Yep.
Recall over it, man.
Yep.
And yeah, but he also chose American Werewolf. So for me though, my American Werewolf was ahead of Total Recall on my list, if it means anything,
Well,
Dr. Goose.
I'm
So
not just talking about one character. I'm talking about
but
all the
it
mutants,
but
man.
it's got I get it, but but this has everything. The movie's great. I think the impact is high. I think Rick Baker's impact is just really high. And
I think Quado's better. Honestly, I think Quado is he's more iconic, in my opinion. He might not be in
look, when
pop
we're getting
culture,
down
but
to like the S's and A's, I think you can make an argument for all these movies. It's just literally splitting hairs when you see like what's on all of our S's, and for good reasons. Because, dude, I'm telling you, everything about this movie, I think American Werewolf is iconic. The influence is there, everything. It's just a matter of what we had to put with it. But let's go ahead. It's my turn. Don't go anywhere, Dr. Giggles. Sorry,
no,
I'm
no,
on your side. I am Team
screw that.
Giggles.
Quado freaked me out more. I mean, when I was a kid.
Open your ass. Okay. All right. Got a classic film here. Got Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh, I got Jurassic Park. Fuck. I thought it landed on
Yep.
Nightmare. Shit. Okay. Well, Jurassic Park is probably interesting to talk about. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, for me, um, do I like Jurassic Park? Of course. No 90s kid doesn't like Jurassic Park. Am I in love with the IP as a whole? No. I haven't loved any movie outside of the first Jurassic Park.
Me too.
But you guys have to you guys have to understand, where we come from. We're both born in like the mid 80s. Back in the day, back in the early 90s, back in the day of Jurassic Park, back in the day of T2, et cetera, movies were events. Like, and I miss that, right? They were water cooler events. You couldn't stream, you couldn't pirate Jurassic Park or whatever. You had to go see Jurassic Park at the theater because everybody at school was talking about, oh, did you see Jurassic Park? I saw it 3 times. I saw it 4 times. It was a huge deal. And I imagine if you were an adult, it was around the water cooler. It's like everybody was talking about, did you see Jurassic Park? Did you see when the T-Rex bit that guy in the fucking Porta John? Did you see fucking Newman get it? Did you see? So, do I like the movie? It's a cultural iconic thing. It doesn't matter if I like it, honestly. It's just such a staple on the culture that it's just got its place. The influence, of course, Steven Spielberg in his heyday of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Because he flip flopped, right? He would do like a big blockbuster movie like this or E.T. or Jaws, but then he would do a movie like fucking Munich or Schindler's List. He would do an artsy fartsy Oscar bait movie. There's been no other director like Spielberg that could play both fields, play on
Yeah.
both sides of the lane, which it's crazy. And for me, I think pound for pound, I prefer his blockbuster like stuff because he's so good at it. Uh, anyway, an influence. I mean, the influence it's insane, dude. I mean, the influence is everywhere. It's still a franchise they beat dead today, and that they just keep on life support for some reason. And but I think it's the tent pole to any movie that involves large animals. Even like the fucking new MonsterVerse movies and these Godzilla Kong movies. Come on, man. Jurassic Park. This is the ruler that they're all measuring their cocks to. And yeah, I mean, with that said, I still give it an A, but I gave it the highest A personally because you have to think
Hmm.
about, like I said, it's not. I like the movie. I love the movie when I was a kid, like everybody else did. I liked the property. I liked the games. I liked all the merchandise. Um, do I lo- when I watch it today? Do I love it because it's amazing, or is it nostalgia? I think the nostalgia is too dripping on this one, too dripping wet, to where I'm never gonna know if I really love the movie the same, or if it's just soaked in nostalgia, because it just takes me right back to 1993. So with that said, it's not like my favorite movie in the world. I don't think so. It's an A, but dude, you can't deny it. And it even I know it has some it uses CGI. It's an earlier example of using CGI. It looks a little dated by today's standards, but man, it was really good considering this is 1993. Considering I feel like most studios were finally kind of all dipping their toes in it in around 95, 96, and it looked like shit. And then you look at how good these dinosaurs looked running through the plains and stuff like that, and the raptors, and obviously it blended the practical with a little bit of CGI. I think it's a masterclass, and I still think the animatronics on this dude, the T Rex, is still just you can't fuck with it. It's insane
The
when you watch the
Raptors look phenomenal.
when you look at the BTS footage of that T Rex dude. I'm like, it's insane that they did this. It's yeah, it's insane. Gamer guy says the CG and this shit's all over the CG we have now. I don't know about that. I mean, have you watched it on watch the 4K? It it shows its age, and it's just because there's a contrast because you have these awesome practical effects and you have these awesome animatronics, and then when you go to the CG, it's a little like a little jarring. But like I said, I think CGI peaked probably 10, 15, 10 years ago, and we've just kind of been running in circles since then. I think we've seen the top of it, but I don't think it's quite as good as we can get now. Studios, but we're in this weird era where studios still put out bad CG. It's all about cost. But yeah, I don't think it's as good as it can get now. But like I said, dude, in 1993, the CGI was destroying shit that came out over the next 20 years. That's all I'm saying. So, but yeah,
I'm right there with you, man. I thought this movie looked amazing. I still think it looks fantastic. I actually give it a higher. I put it as an S tier.
Yeah,
I think it's that good. This movie I saw in theaters 7 times when I was a kid.
yeah. It was a
'Cause I
cultural
was
touchstone. It was an event. It was
that blown
insane.
away. I had the lunch boxes, I had the toys, the dinosaurs, all that shit. I had the video games, and
It was a big deal when we got the VHS like for
yep,
Christmas, and we had the Sega Genesis. I think our Sega Genesis. No, my Sega Genesis came with Sonic the Hedgehog, so we had the game a la carte. But I think they bundled it with the Genesis, and that's how
yeah.
big the game was. That's how big the property was because they bundled a movie property game tie-in game with the Genesis. And I played the. Even though admittedly the game's not very good, I don't know why
I
I played
love
that.
the Sega Genesis
I
game. I
played
don't
the
It's shitty,
absolute
but I like it.
I played the absolute hell out of that game over and over and over again. I'd play the Dr. Grant campaign and the Raptor campaign, and I
That's
knew it like the
cool that you
back of my.
switch.
Now it's like I don't know how did I fucking play this
It's
with
so clunky,
the
dude. Yeah,
janky
it's so
controls
bad.
and stuff like that. But yeah, there's just something about it. It's just pure comfort food. It
Yep.
just defines the early '90s and the Genesis era for me. And yeah, I what else can you really say about Jurassic Park?
Yeah,
Uh,
it's fantastic. Yeah, it's the only one I like, just like you, because I mean, the sequels after it, it didn't do anything for me. But I still
oh,
go back to this. I show my kids it, and they enjoyed it, so
it's
I'm
it.
happy.
This is. Do you want to know how big this movie was for kids? It made me want to fucking read.
Oh yeah, I read the book.
I
Yeah,
bought the book. I bought the
yep,
Lost World novel too. I bought the Lost
yeah,
World novel before the movie. I saw the movie, and which is it's pretty different. Both the books are kind of they have,
yeah,
but yeah, like dude, it made me want to read, and I'm not a big
yep.
reader, man. I've never been a huge reader. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, Todd's that's the
It's
most
a
we've
good
talked
pick,
about a movie
man.
so far. Yeah, that I added that. I had to throw in some like stuff like that. Oh, is he gonna luck out and get zombie too? I know he wants to get zombie. Todd's getting a lot of his faves in here. So where do you put zombie? Where do you, wait before you give
Oof.
the answer? Where do you guys in the chat put zombie? Let's see how they feel first before we crush their spirits. Oh, Will says zombie is a B. Okay. Where do you think zombie falls, Riverman?
So Zombie has a look to it, which a lot of people can think it looks kind of shitty and dated. The zombies themselves, I think, look amazing. When you think of a zombie, you think of I think of a voodoo zombie. Like I don't think of a,
Kiss
just
me
a.
blowgun. Good
I
for
don't think
killing zombie.
I
Yeah.
don't think of a Smurf zombie as much as I love the Smurf zombies. Um, Everybody's gonna kill me for saying this, but I give this a low A. Yes.
Ooh. I've been saying it's F the whole time, but sorry, it's S through D. There's no F's here. But okay.
I gave this a low A. I
All
think
right.
the eyeball scene alone is one of the scenes that beats out a lot of these other special effects. Um, when it comes to a lot of these movies, like I mean, that scene is so iconic where
It's very
it makes
ick.
you
It makes you feel
sick.
bad. It's a masterclass in tension because you know what's happening. It's happening slow, and it's like I don't know, man.
And
It
I
just
understand why
shivers down
people
my spine.
I understand why people would think it'd be lower, but this is just my opinion. Like I said, Dawn of the Dead was a C. But compared to the Zombie itself, the actual feel, the look of the movie, I mean, it's just a grimy, shitty, like voodoo type of zombie movie, which I like. I mean, I like them both, but just something about it, man. It's probably my favorite Fulci movie, of course, but yeah, I love Zombie. It's hate me all you want, whatever.
No, it's a real good flick. Now with the heavy competition, I didn't put it at an A, but
Yeah, I
can you guess
understand
where
that.
I had to put it? What do you guys think?
B
Where do you guys huh?
B. I think you put it at
Where do you
B.
guys think I put it, chat? All right, so let me see here. You guys are gonna hate me, but I had it in D, all the way at the
Oh, you
bottom.
did.
I had to. I had to.
Yeah.
And I don't really think it deserves it. But I had to, man.
No, I understand. I have movies that I don't think deserve my ratings either.
I had to bump it
But
down because look, that sits it right next to Troll 2, which is an absolute crime. It
yeah,
shouldn't be, but you know, wow, I had to put it in. It was a very high D for me, the very top of the D, but like I said, you got to consider what it's going up against, and we're grading a little bit. We're grading on affinity, history, all the stuff. Todd's got a deeper affinity for it than I do. He's got a way deeper history with it than I do. I really like the movie. I think it's one of the best zombie movies. I think it's the best Fulci movie that I've seen too, and I
yeah.
love it. I really do like it. You know, it's just one of those things. But let's just be glad Todd got it and not me.
The worm zombie itself gives an A for me because it's so freaking
Yeah,
crazy.
it's iconic.
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind too, we're limited to
Oh,
four.
good one.
Day of the Dead. We're limited to 4 per slot, so we're going to start running out. And
Okay.
then you're going to have to start putting it somewhere else.
Yep.
All right, so Day of the Dead. This is one I'm sure Todd would have loved to have gotten. And let's see. I actually have to consult my list because some of these are getting tricky on where they had to land. Okay. So Day of the Dead, I've been pretty on record as saying I don't like this movie as much as Dawn. And I like the movie. And whenever I talk about this movie, everybody keeps thinking I hate the movie. I don't hate the movie. But I like it, but I don't love it. It's not Dawn. It's in the shadow of Dawn of the Dead, which it just paints it in kind of this unfair corner. Um, with that said, you can't deny how great everything looks in this film. You can't deny how iconic the zombies are. This is the best zombies have looked,
Yeah.
right? Um, I guess the impact's there because it's you Greg. There's no way Greg Nicotero can't say I took a page or 2 or 3 or 4 doing The Walking Dead from this movie and everybody else since.
Yeah.
You know, and it's such a huge leap from Dawn. It's its own identity. Nobody copies Dawn. That's why I love Dawn because it's like Dawn is, dude. Nobody does that cartoon zombie thing.
Zombies are
Everybody,
iconic, just like zombie. I mean,
but
both of
everybody
those.
rips this off.
Yeah.
Because it's like this is the modern zombie, and everybody tries to like reach these heights. And this screenshot's really shitty, by the way. It cut it off. But anyway, with that said, you know, my main boxes that I tick, the influence is there. It looks fucking great. I like the movie. I don't absolutely love the movie, so for me, it's an A. That's just kind of where I feel like I have to put it. And honestly, on my list, I put it right behind Jurassic Park. That's right. That's where I put it. So, yeah. How's that for you guys?
That's good for me because that's where I put it too.
Oh,
It,
really?
yeah,
Okay.
I think it's probably the best looking zombie movie out there, and it's fantastic. But I don't think it hits S in my opinion because there's too much competition when it comes to S, man.
Yeah.
Um,
And keep in mind, guys, there's no more room on A.
yeah,
When there's no more room in A, the dead will walk the earth. So,
I think you're spot on with that, Aaron.
so for anybody else that's got like, let me look at my list real quick. We haven't touched on all my A's yet, so I'm gonna have to throw one of my A's somewhere else, and that's just the way
Me
it goes.
too. Yeah,
Uh, S has got me thinking. In all seriousness, it's an A. Okay, so yeah, so it seems like people aren't too, you know, difficult on us about it. All right, so Todd is up to bat.
that was a good one. I'm
There's one.
happy. I'm happy with what you put there.
Oh,
That's
look, I'm glad. There's a couple that I hope you don't get that I want to get, and this is totally a you movie, so I'm glad you got this one.
yeah. So this movie is grimy, grimy. It's found footage. The impaling scene, I think, alone is worth a C, and that's where I put it. Um, I love Cannibal Holocaust. I think it's a lot of people shit on it, and they don't like a lot of the scenes. But
Do you dock any
it's
points for some of the effects being real, like the turtle shit? Like,
no,
does
not
it count
really.
as does it count as effects when it's just brutality?
I think it actually helps it a little bit. I really don't have a problem with that because I'm a hunter, and I mean they used a lot of the animals or they use the animals to go to the tribes. So I'm not too,
Yeah.
upset
No,
about it.
I get it. And when in Rome and stuff like that, they just would
Yeah.
have.
I mean, who hasn't
It
eaten turtle soup? Come on.
it's just the shock of like all these people seeing it that aren't accustomed to that. And I get it. That was the whole purpose. But yeah, technically, I guess the argument you could make if you were like an animal rights activist is that true, that's part of their culture. They would have eaten or killed something like that anyway, and they didn't let it go to waste. But the exploitation of it for monetary on
I
film,
I know, I get that,
that's
but I
probably
mean,
the scummy part.
yeah.
But now for me, stiff competition, I put it on D. I put it
Okay.
one ahead of Troll 2, and that's
Okay.
just because it's so, like you said, found footage. It all seems so real that yeah, the stuff like the spike and stuff like that, that's effects, but a lot of it's very real and gritty looking, and it's not how much of it was organic and how much of it did they really have to.
The fact that Diodato got thrown in jail for the movie for the special effects should at least give him a C, I think. I
Yeah,
mean,
I understand it, but
yeah.
I think it's another case like Reanimator where it's like how much really is there compared to
I think it's more iconic than Reanimator, but I totally get
but
it.
I think there's only so much. Like how much
Yeah.
really how many points are there where it's where like the high point is like a Total Recall where it's like every second is something amazing. And Jurassic Park is like every second
Yeah.
there's something great.
No,
You
I'm
know,
with you. I'm
it's
with
kind of
you.
like one of the, but so I would have put it in D, but C's fine. So you want to put it
Low C's
well,
fine. Low
low
C's
C.
fine.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
kind of averages out with my Reanimator, so
Yeah.
we'll be fine there. All right, so please, I'm really hoping. I really want to get one. Come on, man. Okay. Oh, come on. Give me Hellraiser. Oh, yeah. All right. I thought I was
Oh, you got
howling.
Hellraiser. Okay.
Hell yeah. All right. So that's one of the ones I wanted. It's not the main one, but let me see here. So for good old Hellraiser. So let me kind of preface. Hellraiser is one of my absolute favorite movies, the original. It's as far as horror movie goes, I would say I don't want to think too hard about it. It is probably top 3. Whatever. You twist my arm about it, it might not be top 3, but it's up there. This is one of the ones. I love the story. I like everything about it. I like the set design. I love the makeup. Gamer Guy says Hellraiser's a B, but like a B plus. Dr. Giggle says should be, but you guys mess up. Yeah, I mean, we'll see if we fuck it up for you. But now the movie's awesome. The makeup is outstanding. I love the movie. Now, is the influence there? I don't know. I mean, Pinhead's iconic. The Cenobites are iconic. I love it. I think the makeup and the costume design is unmatched. But I guess I can't ignore that there is some dated aspects to it. It's like um right, everybody always talks about the at the end you can see the people pushing the fucking demon through the hallway. You can see the set hands like literally wheeling it. There's little things that show its wear and its age a little bit. Um so but that shit doesn't bother. Oh, and like as much as I love the shot where we're panning below the floor and we see that the blood has went under the floor and it's birthing Frank. It's literally a fucking plastic bag with like red stuff in it, and that's supposed to be his heart. It looks real bad. But like there's like just a couple of little things that showed their budget, like their time constraints and their budget. And the whole scene at the end with them pushing it, that was all down to time constraints. It's like, fuck, dude, we got to just pump this out. We're like out of time. Because for every 1 or 2 or maybe 3 little things you could nitpick as looking a little antiquated, there is 5 things that look amazing. So I really do think it's all down to time constraints, the stuff that like that. But with that said, because of the stiff competition, I know I love this movie, but I put it at a B. And I put it at a high B. So that's where I put it. So it looks like I'm lining up with Dr. Giggles and Gamer Guy. Yeah, the engineer. I think, but the engineer looks awesome. It looks awesome. It's just the actual effect of it, right? They had to push it, but it looks fucking cool. Um, Yeah, and there's like the weird animation effects that you get a lot of in part two as well. I'm kind of a sucker for some of that stuff, like the hand draw, the animated stuff. But whatever. It is what it is. So where did you put this? I'm just curious.
It's funny you say B because that's exactly where I put it.
God,
Uh, I think it's.
I was
I mean,
hoping we
I
were
think it
going to be
looks.
that. We're pretty in line. I was kind of
I know. No, it's funny because I mean it looks fantastic and everything, but no, I thought you would put it at S, but I'm happy you put it at B because I I think it's fantastic, but I don't think it hits S, and
You
we
got the
ran out of
home
A.
right. You got
So
the homeless guy at the end and the winged demon and shit like that flying away. That looks a little cheesy.
if you would have put it a low A, I wouldn't have hated you for it. I mean,
But I'm
so
not gonna knock the.
yeah.
I can't knock the stuff like the winged demon, the engineer, the fucking
Mhm.
Frank's heart in a bag, like a Ziploc bag that looks fucking weird. Dude, Uncle
It
Frank
looks
looks
cool,
fucking
dude.
amazing.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Cinnabites look fucking incredible. It's just everything else is just looks so great that it's just like for whatever I can let it slide. And if you guys watch like the documentaries and stuff about the behind the scenes stuff, it wasn't for a lack of skill. It was all there's a reason why there's those inconsistencies, and it's all budgetary time constraints. It's like fuck, because it is. I think more so than any other film on here, there's a glaring inconsistencies with those few things that are like
Yeah.
laughable, like what the hell, with how good everything else is. And yeah, the Jesus wept, the Frank Cotton and the dad's Andrew. It's like what? It's so he's licking his lips like. It's fucking insane.
It's crazy how pretty much spot on we both are on these.
Well, it's about to get a little difficult because we're out of space in A.
That's true. Okay.
But
Will
like I'm
me.
scared. I'm hoping. I'm hoping an S isn't like. Well, no, your S is already different than mine.
Will
So
me.
we'll see. All right, will me. Oh man, you know where this is fucking going. You better not disappoint.
Oh,
Where are you putting it? Everybody in the chat, where's this going?
you know
We're not,
what?
where's this going, chat? Before he says anything, we can't even front, man. He might piss us off. We'll see. What do you got? Let's just fucking knock it out.
So the thing, I love the thing. I think it's a fantastic movie.
Oh no.
I mean, I love sci-fi horror, and it's fantastic. It's the best special effects ever, man. I give it an
Oh.
S plus. I think they're the best.
Hey, he's trolling. Okay.
This is number one. This is number one in my opinion.
It's so insanely good. And it is the top tier.
It's Boutine, yeah.
I don't think
it's fantastic, dude.
I don't think any horror movie has ever touched this, especially.
No.
It's insane. And
it's phenomenal, man.
And it's I mean, you could argue what came after this that came close to it, even before we went to like the CG era and the the weird shit. What really came after this that even held a candle to it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This really peaked, and then from here we started kind of going backwards a little bit. But
it's so many fantastic moments, man. And this movie is just so iconic. Like it has to be the best.
The movies are incredible. Like the original Alien, which isn't on this list, it's got an amazing cast of supporting characters, which I love the Alien characters as well. But it's kind of like that, and you care about everybody. It does its job well. You feel paranoid. It gives you that isolated feeling of you don't who can you trust. And
it's so rewatchable too, man. I want to go and rewatch this tonight, dude.
The head with the spider legs, dude. Forget it. It's so creepy.
Yeah.
That is you watch that in the dark still to this day on a big enough screen, dude. Feels like that thing's running around on your floor, dude. It's so creepy. God. It's awesome, man. And I guess it was probably controversial. I think I heard when it came out. But dude, how is that not the greatest ending ever? I think it's perfect. Yeah. I think it pissed people off.
Yeah.
And some people don't like those types of endings. I don't think like my wife doesn't like those kind of like ambiguous endings.
Casual, but yeah, who cares?
I know my mom is that's the exact dude. My mom is exact. She even I don't know if she I don't think she ever watched The Thing. I think I asked her, and she's like, oh no, she doesn't like those kind of movies. And but I know for a fact if I made my mom watch the thing,
Mm.
she would probably be into it. And all the way at the end when it cuts off, when they're just having their little back and forth between him and Keith David, and it cuts to black, she would be like, what was that shit? Like that's it. That's 100%. It's just not for everybody. And I don't. My wife would hate that kind of ending too. I love it, dude. It
I
is
do too.
because what is the resolution you want from that?
Exactly.
Like, where
There
do
is
you want
none.
it to go? It's just like, and I literally think, isn't that what when they were talking about making the movie, like, how do we just end it? Like where do we end it? Like, what how do we just end it? We just, but it's beautiful and the dialogue is beautiful. Yeah, it's perfect, dude. And, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, this was my number one. I mean, might not be Aaron's, but yeah, this is my number one.
Hey, what's up, Gal Luvano? Did I say your name right? Let's say hi. Let's welcome the new chat member here. How you doing?
What's going on?
Did you? Hopefully, we're doing you right on the tier list.
Have
so
you seen
far.
The Thing? Because you should watch that. It's a great movie.
Yeah, I don't. Once again, we don't want to assume, but yeah, everybody's got to see The Thing, dude. And talk about the biggest situation where it comes to like revisionist history ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is there any other movie you could think of that has this big of a following that people fucking hated when it came out and it bombed? It's
crazy
the biggest,
to me.
It's the biggest thing. Yeah. Cause it's like all these other films on here, Jurassic Park,
American Werewolf.
These were hits. These were hits. And The Thing was not a hit. It just blows me away that a movie this good didn't get its due justice. And, it kind of killed John Carpenter's career. It was like the start of his decline in the industry. And
how would they never come out with another game of this? The Thing, because they came out with the PS2 game or whatever. They should come out with. Oh man, they need to come out with another game. That'd be awesome.
Anyway, so is it? It's my turn, right?
Your turn. Yeah.
Oh come on, just one I want to get. I don't want Todd to get it because I'll be fucking pissed.
Oh, not this one.
Hell yeah, I got it. That's the one I wanted. All right, guys. Where does Mortal Kombat go? I want to hear from you guys first before I wreck all of your fucking worlds.
You better not put it S.
Wreck all your worlds, guys. Okay, Gamer Guy says D. Dr. Giggles says D. I'll give you the D right in your A for sacrilege such as that. So let's see. So for me... All right, so you know me. I got to be a chatty Cathy and talk about the film. I love this damn movie. Do I acknowledge that it's got a nostalgic 90s stink to it and I'm partial to that? Of course. Is a kid going to like it today? I don't know. Maybe not. But for me, this is kind of like a Jurassic Park for me. Maybe not the rest of the country. It was a hit, but it wasn't like Jurassic Park. Like your fucking grandma loved it. But for me, this was a big movie. 1995, Mortal Kombat was peaking in cultural relevance. The arcades, Mortal Kombat 3 was out. They even had the crossover tie-in to promote it within the movie. Right?
Don't even do it.
Listen to me.
It's not about you liking the movie.
Listen, no, it's part of it. It's part of it. That's one aspect.
Dawn of the Dead.
No, it's part of it. It's part of it. I love Mortal Kombat. Now, there is such a weird 90s charm about these special effects that I give up. I personally forgive, but look, I'm going to acknowledge they're dated. It's got the whole, it's got like, the movies from the mid 90s kind of all had this like same era of CGI where they're just kind of starting to figure it out. Stargate has this kind of CGI. Obviously Lawnmower Man has the CGI, but they do it the fucking worst. And, even a movie like Event Horizon has it. It was just kind of blooming and people were trying to figure it out. It's kind of like going from the Super Nintendo to 3D gaming for the first time. There was some missteps. So it's very dated. Reptile looks very dated. I get it. Even the spear harpoon that has the mouth coming out of Scorpion's hand in this picture, it's CGI. It's dated. I know. But I got to be fair to it. There's some stuff that looks cool. I think the Sub-Zero animation with the freezing and the ice wave, I think it looks awesome. I still think it looks really cool. Because how else how do you do that better? It looks just like something from a video game, and like if somebody had ice powers, that's how it would look, right? Goro, I get it. He looks like a weird flappy Muppet, but for the time, he looked awesome. You know, they have the actor from the waist down, and he's got like the puppet upper body. You know, and it was really cool. And you know, if they would have put this movie out even 5 years later, it would have been CGI, which obviously they did Goro in that new Mortal Kombat movie from a couple years ago, and he's all CGI. He looks fucking horrendous. I will take the weird fucking Muppet where the words don't quite match the lips any day over the week. Yeah, it's nostalgia goggles effect. Stop it. That's what he's saying. I know you guys don't even know where my answer is yet, guys. Come on. Is there any impacts? No, not really. This is just kind of a relic of the '90s that people my age love, and people still love the property.
Get on with it.
No, I'm gonna spend another hour on this, fucking filleting Mortal Kombat. Come on, guys. Okay, look, Mortal Kombat is a C. It's a low. I put it as a low C. Yeah, it was my low C.
That's generous.
No. Come on, dude, Mortal Kombat. But you know what? I'm weighing it though. I love the movie that much to where I'm balancing it out. And you can't say it all looks bad. You can't see it all looks bad because it's got its little moments.
I like the animatronic Goro. That's about it.
But even that, you got to say, it kind of looks shitty today. But it looks it looks impressive. It's impressive what they did, and
compared to these movies, I mean,
I think the Sub-Zero shit looks awesome still. But yeah, okay. But that's the reptile looks weird. I always like fucking laugh whenever like Shang Tsung misses his mark. The animators missed their mark because that that tells you that maybe back in those days they weren't even using like a what do you call it, like something for a baseline. You know, today they'll have like a guy in a green suit, or they'll have like some kind of object that's green, right? So that the actors know they can actually link up to what the animators are going to do. They didn't even have that shit back then, I'm convinced, because there's that scene where he's like, watch out closely, reptile. And then the statue turns into the animated thing, and then it jumps. And then fucking like Shang Tsung looks 2 seconds before it actually leaps in that direction. So it's super, super archaic. But I'm done talking about it. I love the movie. Fuck all you guys. One. No, fuck all you guys. All right.
I like the movie, but no. The fact that he put it on this wheel.
I had to, man.
Oh, Terminator 2. Okay.
Cool. We could have both easily done this one. Where are you putting T2?
Well, since you put Mortal Kombat at a C.
Yeah, so there's no more room.
This movie doesn't hold up at all. I mean, I don't think so.
You're not good at trolling, dude. Just fucking get with it.
It's an S, man. This one is fantastic.
This was my number one.
This is not my number one.
So, Terminator 2, we established as an S. Okay, so what? You know what? Just see everything we said about Jurassic Park. It's like
you can put it ahead of Total Recall. I wouldn't put it ahead of the Thing.
No. This thing on my list was number 2. Terminator 2 was number 1. I could see how you could interchange these. We're really splitting hairs at this point. The only thing that maybe made me put Terminator 2 ahead of it is just the icon status is bigger. It was a bigger movie. It's just got more
practical CGI. It's what you want.
It's both. First of all, we did special effects. It's whatever. This has practical. This has the greatest car chases, explosions in any film. There's tons of practical, and the special effects. The special effects, you know, everything we were talking about with Jurassic Park, this movie did 2 years before and did it even better when it comes to CGI. It just did. But like I said, it's basically, we're just going off impact. Because it just, come on, it's just bigger than the Thing. It just is. It's more commercial.
Well, it's a bigger budget. I mean, that's the thing.
That's all playing into it, though. I mean, this is your choice. You picked both of them, so we'll put the Thing first. I don't care. But for me, though, I put it ahead of it just slightly because of that. And honestly, if you're gonna back me into a corner and put a fucking gun in my head, and which one do I like better? I don't know. I'm gonna say T2 because I've watched it so many fucking times. I've watched T2 100 times, if not more.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I'm with you on that. I've seen T2 probably 100 times too. So
And to me, it's probably
it's not about
still
the movie.
it is about the movie. That's one of the grading tiers, and that's why I told you that. So for me, it is. It's about the movie.
You
But
can
anyway,
go ahead and throw out a one. I don't care.
no, it
But
doesn't matter.
it's
I'm
one or
happy with
two.
it.
It
Like I
doesn't
said,
matter.
these were 1 and 2. That's all I'm saying. I'm just trying to like make sense of it. That this is how I graded it, how much I liked it, the impact, and just T2 just had a bigger impact. It just is what it is. But anyway, I should have put Mortal Kombat Annihilation on here, guys. Sorry I disappointed you.
I think it's mine.
No, you had T2.
You had T2.
I had
did.
T2.
I had T2. Yeah.
Yeah, you got T2.
Okay.
Yeah, you get all the good ones. All right, so I got RoboCop. All right. So, look, we all love RoboCop. I love RoboCop.
It's fantastic.
It's got some really cool shit in it.
It's another
But
Rob Bottin flick.
as far as Verhoeven goes, we weren't quite to Total Recall yet. And there is some very antiquated stuff. Everybody makes fun of and memes. You know, I keep wanting to call him Cohagen. Ronnie Cox is flying out the window and he turns into claymation. His arms are like 50 feet long. It looks fucking weird. You know, a lot of the weird stop motion stuff. It's extremely dated. I love it. I'm a sucker for it, but just kind of, it's just a victim of all this competition. It's at the bottom of the heap for those reasons. The violence is cool. The practical violence is really cool. It's just one of those things. Like everything outside of the practical stuff was pretty budget looking. Anybody got anything to say about that?
No, that's fine. I gave it. I put it in the C, man. I think it is a C, but that's your opinion, man.
It's your opinion, man. Yeah, I mean, dude. I mean, it's not as good as Dawn of the Dead. I think
it's better than Mortal Kombat. I'll tell you that.
I don't know. Is it really? What the equivalent of their CGI
Mortal
was
Kombat should be a D.
Listen. The equivalent to this, they had CGI because that was new at the time. They were doing the stop motion thing. You can't say the stuff they were doing looks better than the Mortal Kombat stuff. It like when the stop motion comes in, it looks fucking old, dude. I mean, it doesn't hold up. And you can't say that Reptile looks any fucking worse than Ronnie Cox falling out of that damn window. It looks fucking terrible. Looks terrible. So anyway, Todd, what did you guys say in the chat, by the way? Lame? Aaron has lost all credibility. Guys, I love RoboCop. I think the practical stuff looks fucking awesome, but the shit that's not practical looks fucking weird. Right? It looks fucking weird. I don't know. You guys have the fucking goggles on now.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah, I am. I'm spinning the wheel.
I think we did Reanimator already.
Hey, why can't you see the wheel, dude?
Didn't we do Reanimator?
Hold on. You can't see the wheel, dude. Why is the wheel not showing up? Huh. Why is it not showing the fucking wheel? Weird. Do I have two? Oh, I have two windows up. I think I've got two of those. Hold on.
I could have sworn you did Reanimator already.
I did do it. You're right. So I got to fix that real quick. So where did I put Reanimator? Did I get that? That was mine, right? Reanimator was C. So we're all full on C. Keep that in mind. Okay, so I'll put Reanimator behind Dawn. You know, let's call that that. All right. So what did we roll it?
Nothing. Go ahead. Keep going.
Did we roll it?
No, keep going.
Okay.
Let's do it.
This whole fucking thing is a wreck. Okay, it's a good one. Nightmare on Elm Street. It's about time we got that one.
What do we have left?
We got 5 more left. You can put 1 on S. You got 2 for B and 2 for D. right? So we're running out of space here. So
Oh,
Nightmare on Elm
shit.
Street, where do you put it?
Nightmare on Elm Street 1, as good as it was, I mean, I think it's solid when it comes to it. I don't think it's the best. What?
No, keep going. I'm just laughing at these comments.
I don't think it's the best. I mean, we see some pretty cool practical effects. We see Robert Englund in there a little bit, and there is some cheesy shit. I mean, there is
The arms look
the
weird. They're
arms,
scary as
yeah,
shit, but they look weird.
the mom getting pulled through the
Really
front
fucking
window.
weird.
I would put it as a D. I mean, I I enjoy it for what it is. I don't think it's perfect, but yeah, I mean, if you have RoboCop as a D, this definitely gets a D.
Well, I had it on my C, but there's no room in C, so I would have to bump
Okay.
it to D as
Okay.
well. Was it legit on your D before we ran out of space?
Let me look. Yes.
Oh, it was? Okay. Well, that
Mhm.
works out for you then. So, all right. Yeah, I mean,
Should be a C, Giggles. Well,
hey,
we
we
don't
have
have
no
any
more
C's
room.
left.
We're
Yeah.
limited to 4 per grade. I agree. I had it on
Mortal
a C as
Kombat's
well.
in there, so yeah, you need
But this is kind of a movie similar where it's like you have some incredible stuff, like the Johnny Depp bed scene is
Mhm.
fucking incredible.
Yeah.
And, Freddy coming through the wall, the fact that they use spandex and all that stuff, it just such a great effect, such a simple effect. It's got so much stuff that looks amazing, but even like the stuff you can kind of pick apart, like the arms stretchy, I get it.
I like
People,
it, but
I
yeah,
love it. It's super
yeah.
creepy. But the people that would complain about it, saying it looks hokey, it's people that are reviewing it that are older. And so I get it. If you were older and you saw that, like, okay, but as a kid, it's burned in my brain. So to me, it's just creepy, but I can see what they mean.
Well,
And,
it doesn't hold a candle to like Hellraiser or I mean any of those movies. So yeah.
you know, uh, yeah, the Elm Street series didn't quite peak yet. But all right, so yeah, this is this is our first casualty that had to. Well, no, Todd had it at D.
No, yeah, I
Yeah.
do.
Okay. So all right, well, it's my turn. We're getting down to the nitty gritty here. Why is the Howling still up here? Fucking, I don't want to get the Howling. Fuck off. I feel like Todd's getting the best ones.
You don't want the Howling?
No. All right, hold on. So the Howling. Okay, you can kind of see all the same stuff I said about Rick Baker with American Werewolf, except for me, The Howling isn't as good of a movie, in my opinion. I always felt that The Howling was boring and it just dragged. The transformation scene is just fucking out of this world, though. The whole movie's about that transformation scene, and the werewolf looks awesome. I get it. I would say I guess it does have an impact, but does it really, or is it just the fact that there's really only a few good werewolf movies where it gets bumped up just because there's really not
I think
much
it
to
looks
pick.
pretty sweet in my opinion, but
It looks sweet. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying the way the love for this movie, is it really justified, or is it because there's nothing to pick from? I just don't think it holds a candle to American Werewolf. And but the
I
movie
think it's up there. It's not better than American Werewolf. I'll give
I
you
think the
that.
movie is whatever. It's fine. I think the effects are fucking brilliant. But like I said, we've already got American Werewolf. We've already got a Baker up here, so it's not going to be as high as that. So for me, I put it. I put it as the low A, but we don't have any A's left. So I guess that means I have to do B. Where did you put it? Just curious.
I put it at a B.
Fuck off. All right. Well, then we're even lining up when it's
I
not even
know,
like
right?
intentional. All right. What did you guys think about the Howling? Should be C.
Should be a C.
Guess you'll have to make it a B. Yeah, Karma. All right. So Todd's up next. We only got a few left.
Yep.
A couple of Cronenbergs. I put 2 capital letters in The Fly. It's driving me fucking bananas. All right. Well, let's see. Fix that shit, dude. My ADD is going to go off the charts, dude. All right. So Todd got Evil Dead 2. That's one I wish I would have gotten. But where are you putting it?
So what do we got left? We got Evil Dead 2. We got
Videodrome, and we got The Fly. Where do you, guys, still keep in mind, chat, we've only got 3 movies left, 3 slots left. What makes it interesting is those slots are
Hmm.
S, B, and D.
That is
and
interesting.
and the rest of our movies are fucking really good. So you got to think about whatever you put on the A or the B, you're damning whatever's left to be pretty damn low.
Okay,
But go
so
ahead.
I know. Okay, so
Be strategic about this. Where do you think I put this? Where do you think I had it?
uh, so mine are still available, but I would actually flip one of mine.
No, you
Looking
got
at
to
it.
put it where you had it. I want you to put it where you had it.
Okay.
Don't flip it. Don't flip it. If
Okay.
it's available.
So well, it's
Well,
not available, so I
okay,
would have to move it up. That's what.
gotcha. So what did you have it at, and where are you going to move it to?
So I would. I had Evil Dead 2 at an F,
You're fucking ridiculous. Come on, no, you did
but
not.
looking at this list, I would move it up to a B.
You did not
So
have it at the D, did you?
yes,
You had Evil Dead 2 at a D?
there's so much competition, man.
Evil Dead
I
2 was
love
my S.
I love
Evil Dead
I
2 was on
love
my S tier.
I
I think
love the effect. I like the effects.
crazy.
I don't think it is the best. I put Evil Dead 2
Crazy.
as a B.
Well, we're going to bump it up to the top of B then. You're insane to put that on D. So that means what I'm just curious of what was in the company, what beat that, because some of these were mine. Did RoboCop beat Evil Dead for you?
Yeah.
You're insane. That is the fucking lowest IQ take I've heard today. Are you're gonna give me shit about Mortal Kombat? You want claymation Ronnie Cox with giant orangutan arms to be better than what they pulled off, than Henrietta and what they pulled off at Evil Dead 2? You're
Yeah, and
insane.
his goofy looking girlfriend out there. Yeah.
You're
Absolutely.
insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Insane. And Dr. Giggles thinks it's a B. You guys are insane. That was my S. That was in my S for sure. Hands down.
No, though I think it'd be a high C, low D.
Well, you're pretty much leaving either The
Or
Fly
high
or listen,
below C, high D.
I'm going to have The Fly or Videodrome, and one of these is going to be S, and they don't belong on S, but we'll see what happens. It's fucking a crime. Of course, I get The Fly. I like Videodrome better. You just damned Videodrome. You realize that? You damn Videodrome to fucking D. I just want you to know that. All right, so I got The Fly, and honestly, I put The Fly on S tier because it looks fucking phenomenal. I really like The Fly. It's weird because I've never listed it as one of my favorites because it's not a movie I've ever like felt the urge to really rewatch a lot. But when you watch it, it is really good. And you know what? No other movie grosses me out more than The Fly. It is so fucking disgusting. It's gross. Like the stuff that's in this movie and his transformation, Jeff Goldblum, it's the gnarliest shit ever. And I think it's, as far as the body horror thing, it's Cronenberg's crowning achievement as far as just making you feel uncomfortable and fucking nasty. It's an S. I don't know how it could not be an S with how what they accomplished and just how it makes you feel. Is am I alone in this? Anybody else just grossed out when they watch Jeff Goldblum in The Fly?
I would put this in an S. I think
You
you're
wouldn't?
spot on.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's absolutely insane. It's nothing. Some of this shit is fun. Like The Thing creeps me out, but it's still fun. Total Recall is just a lot of fun. Dude, The Fly makes me want to vomit when he's like spitting up
Jeff
and all that shit.
Goldblum is fantastic, man. This is I put it in A tier originally, and I would bump it up to an S just because I think it's that good. So I'm glad you picked The Fly as your S tier here.
Yeah. All right, Todd. We're gonna spin the wheel. Where are you gonna put Cronenberg's
I put
other?
Videodrome as a C, but it's gonna be an F.
God, that's. I mean, I think Videodrome Where do we got to put
It's
it though?
great. They have great effects, but
It's just not as much. It's not like The
yeah,
Fly where The Fly is
The
like
Fly is iconic.
it's a
Jeff
total
Goldblum,
fucking, The Fly
like
is
you
like
said,
it's a
it makes
tech
you sick.
demo.
It
It's
makes you
something,
sick.
it's something you put on a showcase, like here, like you really want to show off like your new product. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the stuff that's in Videodrome is cool, but it's not a plenty.
Yeah,
And Videodrome's a great movie. I might
I
like
like it better than The
Videodrome.
Fly.
Yeah, I think I like Videodrome
Absolutely.
better than The Fly as a movie.
But The
But
Fly is fantastic. Yeah,
whew, I mean, okay, really quick, does Videodrome? We're just speaking of effects here. Does it belong ahead of Freddy or no?
I would. I give it. Yeah,
Okay.
at a Freddy.
All right. Well, this is the definitive list.
Oh,
What?
Nightmare on Elm. Absolutely.
All right. So, I guess the king of the heap here is the Thing T2. Arnold's got 2 on the S tier. Good for him. And Total Recall. We got Jeff Goldblum, The Fly. Isn't that funny how Verhoeven's at the bottom and the top?
Yeah, I wouldn't really put. I'd probably switch RoboCop with Mortal Kombat,
No, no.
but that's just me.
All right, so that is your definitive list there. Mortal Kombat's an S tier number 1. All right, guys. Hold on, I almost left. All right, let me go ahead. All right, fun stuff. Well, T2 and Total Recall need to step down and let Day and AWIL. Why can't I put that together? What's that? Have their proper seats. A Walk in the Clouds. A Walk in the Clouds starring Keanu Reeves. What is a
Victoria? Victoria. Do you have something to talk about? Do you have a movie to talk about before we jump into?
No. I just we're running long. I just want to get into the last.
Okay.
We're gonna do Choose Your Destiny.
Okay, you want to do Choose Your Destiny? Okay.
Yeah, Choose Your Destiny, and we're gonna.
I didn't know if you
show.
had a 4K to review or anything.
Oh,
okay.
Werewolf in London. No, we're gonna try and just keep that to 1 a week.
Okay.
But every now and again, I might have a. I think I did one last week because it was topical to the episode too. Which, by the way, I do have homework for Todd. I think I know what the next episode to be. It's going to be one of these bundles. It's going to be like a Killer Clowns, dude. I want you to watch The Beekeeper, and I will review the 4K. You don't necessarily have to buy the 4K, but can you watch this so we can talk about the movie, and I'll talk about the 4K?
I'll watch the movie. You got a code for me or what?
I've already used it so my mom can watch it. That's how it goes. Sorry, man. Come on, man. Spend a couple bucks. It's a great movie. You won't be sorry. It might be streaming now. All right.
Yeah. Which movie?
Which movie? Ooh. That's good. Huh. Best which movie? That's a really good one. This might be the best one you've done, actually, because I'm actually conflicted. Because you know what? Blair Witch and The Vavitch, they both have their strengths. And very cool, too. I like the different graphic, too, by the way. Nightwolf's up next.
That's right.
After I conquer this conundrum, I get to face off against Nightwolf. All right. Man, that's tough, dude. Okay, so Eggers the Vavitch. Let me start with that one. When I watched this movie, I didn't know what to think. When I got done watching it, I remember I rented it at Redbox. I'm like, I don't know what I just watched. I don't hate it. I don't know how to feel. And when I watched it, I had to this is the only movie I think in my life I've ever rewatched back to back. After it was done, I literally started it over and watched it again because I couldn't hear a damn thing. Everybody's so mumbled, the old English thing. I should have put subtitles on it. And in their accent was so thick and they were mumbling. It's like they didn't have booms on fucking set. And maybe that was just adding to the atmosphere. So by the time I got to the end of it, I'm like, what in the fuck? I felt like I missed so much because I was just so much audio lacking. I'm like, I was like trying to put this shit together. It was like watching it on mute. So by the time you got to that finale, which is insane, I am like, I have to fucking watch this again and see how we got here with the Black John stuff. And I watched it again and I'm like, wow, I of course liked it even more the second time because I got all the context. with that said, it's not as fun as Blair Witch. Blair Witch is a little more fun to me. Blair Witch is kind of maybe the movie that I would put on with like a group of friends, a little party at the house. You know, you're having like you put on some popcorn, you're having dinner and drinks with some cronies, and yeah, I can see Blair Witch being more of the crowd pleaser. The Witch is kind of heady. The Witch isn't going to be for every type of person. I think the Blair Witch, everybody can kind of get on board with that. I haven't seen the Blair Witch since, I don't know, man. It came out on VHS. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't seen it in fucking 20 plus years. I haven't seen it in 27 years. I haven't. I remember it so well. It's burned in my brain. But I just watched it a couple of times back when it came out. What year did it come out again?
99, I think.
99. Yeah, I probably haven't seen that fucking thing in 24 years. But it's pretty telling that I remember it very well. I probably watched it a couple of times. But to be fair, I never watched The Witch again after that back-to-back watching. I watched it, what was it, 10 years ago? 10, 11 years ago, something like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Something like that. I'm just going to say Blair because I get it. The Witch is there's something more impressive about the technicality of how The Witch was made. It's got a cool vibe. It's all mood. It looks cool. There's a simplicity about it that's really effective. I get it. There's a little bit more story there. But the Blair Witch, you got to fucking give it credit, man. They made it on nothing. It really, I know it's not the first found footage movie, but it started the found footage trend of like making just gangbuster money in the theaters. And um it got people talking, man. This is like Y2K shit. This is like before information traveled so fast, and they really went with the viral campaign of, oh, this really happened. We really found these tapes, and people really didn't know. People, because it's just like it's all word of mouth stuff. This is back when movies was still an event, and people would go to the theaters, and then maybe not everybody will be following all the campaign. Maybe they just heard about it from a friend. Hey, go see this movie. They take them and a couple girlfriends to go see the movie, and then somebody at the movie says, "Yeah, this shit was real. They found the tape. Holy shit!" And then it spreads like wildfire. And it wasn't until the cast came out at like the MTV Movie Awards that I'm like, "Holy shit, it's fake." That's when I found out. I thought it was real all the way until I saw the fucking cast come out on the MTV. I'm like, I thought they were. I thought Josh was dead. Well, or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna go Blair Witch, man, to put a cork in it. What do you say?
I'm right there with you, man. I think both these movies are fantastic. The Witch and Blair Witch, great movies. Blair Witch is just so iconic, man. And Blair Witch scares me to this day. Like that movie creeps me out. Like, I mean, I remember I didn't watch it early either. Like I watched it later on VHS. And if you watch the movie, watch it on VHS. I think it's better on VHS.
Because it's
that
shot
type
on
of movie.
video, it's
Yeah.
gonna have that look, and the hype was real. I mean, because my parents bought it on VHS, like when it
Yeah.
first came out, because we didn't see it in theaters, not like that. But yeah, I mean, like when my parents are going out to buy it, it means all their friends at work were talking about it and whatever. And uh, I can't say I think the Blair Witch, even though the Witch launched Robert Eggers' career, and
Yeah.
it's a modern
It's a
classic
great
to most
movie.
people.
Yeah. Yeah.
This was like a cultural touchstone, the Blair
Yeah.
Witch. Like everybody was talking about the Blair Witch. And I will say though, the Witch puts up a fight for that last scene, dude, with the
Yeah.
coven and shit like that. It is that's unsettling.
Mhm.
When I saw that, especially the first time when I'm like, I felt like I missed some of the shit with the audio. I'm like, dude, it gave me chills down my spine. It sort of
No,
kind
it's
of
fantastic as well.
sort of kind of how I feel about that scene in the cave and the wailing with the devil. That
Mhm.
that fucking shit gave you chills too. It's like there's something just eerie. But then again, you kind of get those feelings in that last scene of the Blair Witch standing in the corner, getting, hit over the head or whatever the fuck happens in the camera fall. It just gives you the ick, as the kids say. So
Yeah.
good call. One thing I will piss on the Witch about is I think the Witch looks great, but this fucking movie, and A24. It was this movie that I think started the trend of all these fucking movies looking like this, where they're all like this pale, dim
Yeah.
blue, no fucking set lighting. They've color graded it down to fucking grays. It's so
Yeah.
muted.
No contrast. Yeah.
It's just, for The Witch it worked, but it's like, dude, now it's like there. It's not special anymore because every fucking movie that's trying to be the Vitch does this, and
Yeah.
I fucking hate it. I kind of hate it. So, but all right, well, good one. All right, guys, so that's all we got. We're going to wrap up. Thank you for making number 89 that much more special. We'll catch you guys next week. Todd, is he up to the challenge? Is he going to watch The Beekeeper?
We'll see.
Just rent it. Come on, a few bucks. It's been out for long enough. It's only going to be a
How
few
long
bucks.
is it over an hour and a half?
Are you fucking kidding me? It's an action movie, Todd. Come on. I don't know. It's fucking awesome, though. I can look for you. It's, no, it's like an hour and 45.
We'll see, guys. We'll see.
It's a balls to the wall action movie. It's fucking good. So that's what I would like to do, and I could talk about the 4K, and we can have a Statham episode. I would love to just talk Statham, but look, Todd's losing interest already. Sorry, it's not fucking Blair Witch. Sorry, it's not a fucking the Poughkeepsie tapes.
We're not gonna watch Bullet to the
on
Head. We're gonna watch a Statham movie.
That's a Stallone movie. What does that have to do?
I know. I said we're not gonna watch Bullet to the Head. We're gonna watch the Statham movie.
I don't understand the relevance and why you're confusing me. All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll catch you later. Bye.